Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. Use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi Loveshine. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Your key to the week this week is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so interesting, very, very interesting, right? What this means is that in all of these different areas of life this week, you are about to see some changes, right? There's going to be some things that really start to shift, that really start to move, which is not a bad thing at all. What this tells me is that in all of these different areas of life, you are about to have, it won't be like a breakthrough, like an, oh my gosh, you know, total sort of blasting through the ceiling moment, but it will be a subtle shift, and then you'll start to think to yourself, hang on a sec, things are starting to move here, things are starting to develop. This is a change point. Whenever the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it means that you're about to start seeing the results of the hard efforts and works that you've already put out into the world. So I love this for you. All right, now when it comes to your actions and options, you've got the Four of Wands. Wow. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune with the Four of Wands. This is a spontaneous moment or reason to celebrate. Remember, the Four of Wands is always good news. And because this is in your actions and options, it means that whatever you are doing, whatever you're setting into motion this week, it will have really good results, whether for you, whether for others, maybe on a collaborative level. What this also suggests is that you are planning, or there might be some form of a plan to do some form of travel, or maybe, you know, getting clear on some kind of travel event or travel sort of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Some kind of travel experience. Gosh, how bloody hard was that? When it comes to the options that are available to you, the Four of Wands is a very foundational card, right? It's got a lot of stability in it for so many things that we love, that we like. Now, whether this is to do with a home, it could be an actual home, but it could just as easily be something that you find home in, all right? Whether that's a relationship, a partnership, whether it's your work, whatever the case might be. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. This will tend to show up, like whenever the Seven of Pentacles shows up, this is kind of a patience card. It says that whatever you're working on, you're going to need to exercise some patience because you haven't quite seen the results from it yet. With the Wheel of Fortune in tow, what this means is that when it comes to home, living situation, when it comes to good news, when it comes to the things or the seeds that you've already sown, you're about to start to see things really start to move. Your patience is about to pay off. Now, when it comes to your communications, the Seven of Pentacles says take it easy, take it slow. You've got this with the Four of Wands. So for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is good news about where you have put the time, the effort and the energy when it comes to your studies. It may also be that you know, I wouldn't say there's going to be a reduction in your fees, but I would definitely say there's a financial boost here somewhere that you don't expect. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is really you starting to see just what, like when you dig in and you start to really demonstrate how sort of invaluable or irreplaceable you actually are. This is when the results, the goodies, all of the, you know, those kinds of things start to show up. And this week, I think you're getting a little bit of a glimpse of this, right? You're getting some moments to celebrate. And actually what this tells me is that your company, the people that you work for, there is a collective win that is going to trickle down, right? When it will trickle down, not entirely sure. I mean, it is the Seven of Pentacles, so, and you know, Seven of Pentacles is Taurus season, so this could be very much sort of you know, now. I wouldn't be surprised if this hits on Friday. All right, so pay attention to that. When it comes to your, those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, again, this is long-term plans or things that you've been working on in the background that you can now see the results of. You might not necessarily get the tangibles from it, but you can see the results. You can see that it was worth the hard work and the effort. There's a thought here where it's like, okay, this is the right way to go. This is the best way to do this. You're on the right path, and now you start to see what the results will possibly be. All right. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, it's a little bit different for you guys, because this is about you considering where your time is going to be best spent. And with that Four of Wands, it's like you're determining, actually, I want to spend more time with my family or my loved ones. How very Cancerian of you. For your love and relations, you've got the Three of Cups. So for those of you that are single and looking and ready to mingle, this could be a reunion of sorts that makes you very happy. This could be a reconnection. This could be, the return to a friend with benefits. This could be somebody that you have either schmoozed or fooled around with in the past, could be coming back into your world. The Three of Cups is it's a friendship card. So this could be as well. This could be like a friend becomes a lover. It could be an old, FWB situation comes back into the forefront. And listen, if you're free and single, get yours on, right? Enjoy. With that Wheel of Fortune, it's probably likely to be that this will have either a commute or some form of travel backed onto it. So maybe you visit your old hometown, maybe you revisit a place that you used to live. So wherever you're going, you're probably reconnecting with somebody that you know. I will say, if you're single as well and there isn't somebody coming back into your world, the chances are that this could be that you meet somebody as a friend and the connection is instant, it's fun, it's flirtatious. I'm going to be really honest and say it probably won't go anywhere further than, friends with benefits. And if you're okay with that, then you know what? More power to you. If you want more than that, this person probably isn't the right one. All right. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that Three of Cups is a very, in a lot of ways, this could be a return to times when things are good between you and your significant other. With the Wheel of Fortune card here, it's going to be a moment where you realize what needs to change in order for you to get back to the fun, right? In order for you to get back to the pleasure and the enjoyment, or even the honeymoon period. And for your money and materials, look at this. You've got the Three of Wands, right? Three of Wands, Three of Cups, 2 3s represents a calming influence. So your money, your resources bode very, very well this week. There's good stuff coming in for the money. The Three of Wands is a very entrepreneurial card, and the Wheel of Fortune has a very expansive energy about it. You add to that the Four of Wands, which is the good news or the results from that hard work or that entrepreneurial move. And this bodes very well for your finances, for your resources. What I really like about this is it's like the growth that you see in your money this week really is just the tip of the iceberg. It's going to be something that unfolds over time. When it comes to, especially if you're able to look beyond what you currently have and keep your eye fixed on what's to come. You're a cardinal sign, so that's not really very difficult for you. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Three of Wands is a very active energy in that regard, right? Yes, the figure on the card is stood still looking out at ships, but it is a very dynamic energy. And with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups, anything that you like, this would be a really good week to go back to some form of group exercise, where you reconnect with people that you used to work out with, or whether that's a trainer, whether it's a group of people, whether it's literally going to a class of people where you're doing something that you used to do. This could be really, really great for you, and it might be something that you really enjoy. All right, so when it comes to your home and environment, this is very fast developments on the home front, so it will be interesting to see what happens here It may be that something kind of gets off the ground or gets started in some regard. You know, whether that's expanding or extending the home, those things are very possible. Whether it's considering, you know, a move. If you are considering a move, for a lot of you, it looks like it will be a relatively long distance one. It's not going to be sort of just around the corner. It's likely to be, you know, what we would consider at least a 15 to 20-minute drive here in the UK. Although, you know, in the US, it's crazy. Like, you know, it's not unusual for a 2-hour drive to get to like the nearest shop, which blows my mind every time, right? Like here in the UK, if you have to drive somewhere over an hour, it's like, oh, it's really far. But, you know, such is the nature, right? We've got this tiny little island that's 900 miles tip to tip. So there's that. With that said, I would like to bless you. I would like to wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. It looks like you will. It's going to be dynamic. It's going to have a lot of movement. Just know what pace to go at. All right. With that said, in any given situation. With that said, take care, and I'll see you soon.